What if I told you that the most dangerous team in Group F isn't the Netherlands? It's a Japanese side that has already proven twice in the last 4 years that they can shock European giants. June 14th, AT&T Stadium, Dallas. Netherlands versus Japan. On paper, Netherlands, with Van Dijk, Frenkie de Jong, Cody Gakpo, should win comfortably. But here's what nobody is putting together. Japan beat Germany 2-1 at Qatar 2022. Japan beat Spain 2-1 at Qatar 2022. Two European giants knocked out by Japan 4 years ago. And now, in 2026, Japan return without Kaoru Mitoma, their most creative player, ruled out with a hamstring injury that occurred right after he scored the winner against England. The Netherlands, they just lost 1-0 to Algeria in Rotterdam in their final warm-up. Lost to Algeria. Both teams arrive in Dallas with question marks. Both have something to prove, and only one leaves with the psychological advantage in Group F. This is not a formality. This is a chess match. On their best day, Netherlands are extraordinary. Ronald Koeman has built a 4-2-3-1 system around their most complete squad in years. Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool captain, the best aerial defender in the world, leads the backline with Mickey van de Ven of Tottenham beside him. This defensive partnership is one of the most physically imposing in the tournament. In midfield, Frenkie de Jong is back to his best after injury issues. His ability to progress the ball from deep, to turn on the ball in tight spaces, and to find runners with diagonal passes, these are the qualities that make Netherlands difficult to press. Alongside him, Ryan Gravenberch of Liverpool provides the engine, the pressing intensity, and the late arrivals into the box. Going forward, Cody Gakpo of Liverpool on the left has been in outstanding form. Tijani Reijnders of Manchester City provides the creativity from the number 10 role. And up front, Memphis Depay, despite carrying a hamstring concern, brings the experience, the movement, and the big game mentality that Netherlands need. Netherlands scored 27 and conceded just 4 in qualifying. They went 6 wins and 2 draws, losing nothing. This is a team built to go deep in the tournament. But their warm-up loss to Algeria has created real uncertainty. Here's the alarm bell that Dutch fans can't ignore. Netherlands lost 1-0 to Algeria in Rotterdam just before flying to the USA. Not a draw, a loss to Algeria, the exact team Argentina will face in Group J. And it wasn't just the result, it was the performance. Netherlands looked disjointed in midfield, unable to break down Algeria's deep defensive block. Their press was slow, their transitions were sloppy. Koeman publicly admitted afterwards that the squad are still finding their rhythm. Depay's hamstring is being carefully managed, and crucially, Xavi Simons and Jordi Schouten are both out with ACL injuries, thinning the midfield options significantly. There is also a psychological weight. Netherlands reached the 2022 World Cup quarter-finals and the Euro 2024 semi-finals, but lost both. The golden generation is running out of time. This is the tournament where it must finally click. But Japan are experts at exploiting exactly the kind of disorganized midfield that Netherlands showed against Algeria. Let's be very clear. Japan are one of the most underestimated teams at this World Cup. Coach Hajime Moriyasu has built a 3-4-2-1 system that is tactically one of the most sophisticated in the tournament. High press, compact defensive block, rapid vertical counterattacks. They have beaten Germany twice, Spain once, and Croatia at club level over the last 4 years. Without Mitoma and Wataru Endo, both ruled out with serious injuries, the creative responsibility falls entirely on Takefusa Kubo of Real Sociedad. And here's the thing about Kubo. He is extraordinary. A product of Barcelona's La Masia Academy, he has the technical quality, the intelligence, and the fearlessness to operate at the very highest level. He averaged over 12 goal contributions in La Liga last season. He is ready for this moment. Ayase Ueda leads the line after a stunning 25-goal season at Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, the same league where many Netherlands players were formed. He knows exactly how Dutch defenders think and move. Japan's plan is simple: absorb Netherlands' possession, spring the counter through Kubo and Ritsudoan, and make every moment count. Against a Netherlands side that looked vulnerable against Algeria, this plan has a very real chance of success. Here's the historical context that makes this match fascinating. At Qatar 2022, Japan pulled off two of the greatest upsets in World Cup history. They beat Germany 2-1, coming from behind with two second-half goals. They beat Spain 2-1, same formula, same second-half brilliance. In both matches, Japan absorbed enormous pressure in the first half, made tactical adjustments at halftime, and then struck in the second half with devastating counterattacks. Netherlands faced Japan at the round of 16 in 2022 and won 3-1, but Japan had already qualified from their group. Tonight, Japan need points. That is a different motivation. And here's the key. Netherlands versus Japan in the group stage is always tighter than the scoreline suggests. In their last group stage meeting, Japan pushed Netherlands all the way before the Dutch pulled away late. Tonight, with Netherlands arriving off the back of a loss to Algeria and Japan firing on all cylinders after 4 years of tactical evolution, this could go either way. 3 battles that decide this match. Kubo will operate centrally and drift right to left, looking to exploit the space behind Netherlands' left back. Coleman's left side, with Somerville pushing high, can leave gaps behind. If Kubo finds those gaps, Japan create. This is the most important individual contest in the match. Battle 2. Frenkie de Jong versus Japan's press. Japan's 3-4-2-1 presses aggressively from the front, with Kubo, Doen and the 2 number 10s applying pressure on the Netherlands build-up. De Jong must be composed, sharp, and willing to take risks in tight spaces. Against Algeria, Netherlands couldn't play through the press. If Japan apply the same structure, De Jong becomes the key man. Battle 3. Ayase Ueda versus Virgil van Dijk. The most physically fascinating matchup of the match. Ueda is quick, direct, and clinical. Van Dijk is the best aerial defender in the world, but Ueda doesn't just run in behind. He moves across defenders, drops to receive, and creates havoc with his movement. One moment of separation between Ueda and Van Dijk could define the match. Netherlands will control possession. 60 to 65% is realistic. Koeman's 4-2-3-1 will try to build slowly from the back, progress through de Jong and Gravenberch, and attack wide with Gakpo and the right winger. But Japan will press high in the first 20 minutes, exactly as they did against Germany in 2022, trying to force errors in Netherlands' build-up. If they win the ball high up the pitch, they will counter immediately through Kubo. After the initial press, Japan will drop into their 4-5-1 defensive block and invite Netherlands to have possession in front of them. The danger comes from transitions. Japan winning the ball and having Kubo in space within 3 seconds. The critical moment. If Netherlands don't score before halftime, Japan will make tactical adjustments at the break, exactly as they did in both famous 2022 victories. The second half will be completely different, and that's when Netherlands must be most alert. The X factor? Japan's halftime adjustment formula. In 2022, both Germany and Spain led at halftime against Japan. Both lost. Japan's halftime adjustments, precise, tactical, intelligent, are the most dangerous weapon in their arsenal. Coach Moriyasu is a master of reading what the opposition is doing and making the one tactical tweak that changes everything. Against Germany, he switched to a back 3 and flooded the wide areas. Against Spain, he introduced more physicality to win second balls. Both times, Japan were transformed after the break. If Netherlands lead 1-0 at halftime, which is the most likely scenario, they must not relax. Because Japan's second-half identity is completely different from their first half. The Netherlands players who have never faced Japan before will not be ready for what comes. This is the formula that has beaten Europe twice. It can beat Europe again.